Well, hello, Libra, and welcome to Mystic Door Tarot. This is Barb with your weekly tarot card reading for current week, July 14th through the 20th. And these are general readings for Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising. And as always, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But before we begin, please consider subscribing and helping support my channel. Thank you so much. So with that, let's get started. All right, Libra, let's see what crystal is being suggested for you. It wanted to pop out. Let's see. Garnet wanted to come out. All right. Okay. Malachite. And it's in regards to restoration, protection, and growth. And the crystal fact. Malachite sometimes forms beautiful stalactites in caves deep underground. So malachite for protection and growth. We'll see how the reading goes. But for protection and growth. Now let's see what the divination of the ancients has to say. What message is coming through for Libra for the week? You know, and if you're interested in this deck, I am featuring it right now on my Instagram channel. Same thing, Mystic Door Tarot over there. All right. Come on. All right, for Libra. Oh, look at this. Flowers. Fickle. This is really interesting because one of the fire signs got this message, but also with another card with it. But, boy, I want to say it's possibly Sagittarius. So if you have Sagittarius in your chart, there might be something in their message as well in regards to that, because I think it was Sagittarius that got this card. But this is about making up your mind. You know, stop giving others kind of the runaround. It's about making a move, because there's a message in here about making up your mind before you lose what might be a great relationship, a great job, whatever you're focused on. You're kind of up and down about something. And so it's a definite message here about, should I stay or should I go? And that could be in regards to a job, or that could be in regards to staying in a relationship. But there's risk here. You know, you're worthy of this relationship if that resonates for you, Libra. But you're hesitant on maybe committing. But it's about, be clear about what or who you really want. It is an indication that romance is there. Big time. You know, make up your mind before you lose what could be a great relationship, and possibly just exactly what you have been hoping for. So this is about taking stock of how you're acting, especially if this is in regards to a relationship, or it can also be in regards to work as well. So think about it. All right. Let's see what the Oracle of the Angels have to say. Now, definitely with the malachite crystal, this could be in regards to growth or even restoration, restoring maybe a relationship that you're not close to the person. You might be married to the person, but there is love there. The card is indicating that you got to make up your mind one way or the other, and you might be losing out on great love, or like a great. What I'm picking up is like a second half. If you've been married to someone for a long time and you're like, I don't know if I can do it any longer, and you really have to look deep into your heart if that's resonating with you, Libra, because there could be a great second act coming up in that love relationship. All right. We have learning. Look at this. This is beautiful. Getting some kind of big time wisdom. Now, for some of you, this is in conjunction with the Flowers card. You know, learning through experiences. You know, this is in regards to your soul's growth. And it can be an additional message tying to that card that instead of resisting like difficulties and maybe just leaving, try to see them from a higher perspective. An opportunity for growth and learning and saving. So there was a strong message with the Flowers card here in regards to you might be passing on like a great second act. I keep picking up that act 2 will be better than act 1, so to speak. So this is progress. This is learning. You know, progressing further down your path, and look at, there's a, you know, this great light that you could be headed towards. Yeah. So that's going to resonate with some Libra individuals in regards to a relationship, or maybe something in regards to the work that you do. But let's continue. Let's see what the tarot has to say for you, Libra. Let's give it a little bit of a shuffle. Messages and guidance for Libra, please. What does Libra need to hear for the week? Just a strong indication here about making a decision, kind of finally making up your mind in regards to a job, a relationship, whatever you've been kind of back and forth on. Should I stay or should I go? I keep thinking of that song, should I stay or should I go now? Sorry, it's just ringing in my head now. Should I stay or should I go? All right, here we go. Oh boy. Got the Major Arcana card, the Hangman. This is really looking at something from all different points of view, a different perspective, leaning into your higher self, trusting your gut instincts. So this is definitely in regards to something that you're on the fence about. You know, something you're not sure if you want to invest any more time in a friendship, a relationship, a marriage, a job. This is 12 numerology with this card, where you could be looking at something from a fresh perspective that'll help you make up your mind. You might be leaning towards, I want to move on, but there's a definite indication here. You need to make a decision. Now your act 2, what I keep picking up, you know, act 2 is better than act 1. It might be deciding, leave that job, leave that relationship, because there is love that you might be passing. You know, it might be passing you by if you stay in a comfortable relationship. You know, you're just staying because you don't really want to make that decision and go through, separating and going through all of that emotional upheaval. So Hangman is here. It's a voluntary choice to start looking at things from a different point of view, especially if the message resonates with you, Libra. Look at it from all different angles before you make a final choice, because there is a sacrifice to be made here. And then you'll be on to new beginnings, whether it's staying with a relationship but making a go of it, something of that sort. The same with a job. You might apply for a different position within the company and you'll be much happier. Now we have the Page of Pentacles, and it's kind of looking back at all this thought process. So there's an idea that's going to come out of this. If you spend the time really looking at the situation at hand, something you're not happy with, something that you're kind of like, it's just that, should I stay with it or not? Giving it some extra thought and really looking at things from all different angles, points of view, getting a fresh perspective is going to produce an idea. A money-making idea. So, what is it you've been on the fence about, Libra? Give it some thought today, or this week, I should say. because you're going to be successful. You're going to be an inspiration to others. You're going to be leading the way. So definitely picking up that you need to decide either way in regards to something that you've been thinking about. There's something where you've been on the fence, asking yourself, I don't know, should I stay? Should I go? If that resonates, Libra, the cards are indicating start looking at the situation from all different points of view. Be very sure of yourself. Trust your gut instincts. What has it been telling you? I know that for myself, I have a tendency when I need to leave a job or move on to something else, I stay way too long. I overstay. I usually, after I leave and, give my notice and I leave and everything, I was like, I should have done that like 3 months ago. So it's that kind of scenario. You're going to be very happy, very successful, inspiration to others, and you're going to be going in the right direction with this 6 energy. All right. What else is coming through for Libra? Oh my goodness. We had 2 cards fall out, and I am going to take them. It's Pentacles. Gathering up your resources, and this is really about, being stuck and stagnant because of money, staying in a situation because of the money. You really need to figure out, looking at it from a different point of view. You might be staying in a relationship because of the money in some aspect, having to split money if you're married. But give it a lot of thought. This is really a strong message about you being on the fence about something. And Queen of Pentacles, it can represent a Capricorn. You're dealing with a Capricorn, whether it's a boss or whether it's a partner or whatever it is that you're kind of on the fence about. And with the 4 of Pentacles, some of you've got enough money, a firm foundation where you can start looking or moving into, a different job, moving house. It's got to do with your money, your finances. Maybe having to get another vehicle is what my guides are saying. And you've been on the fence about it. So 4 can be a very stuck and stagnant energy. So there's a lot in regards to money, but if you make your decision, gathering up your resources, you're going to be able to add to this foundation here that is currently in place. And you've got some kind of idea coming through if you spend the time thinking about this, Libra. Okay, and we have the 5 of Swords coming out. Look at all the golden color. If you look at your cards here and just how they happen to lay out, look at all the golden, fiery energy here. This is passion. This is finding passion. Do you have current passion in a relationship? If not, might be time to leave. And this is, what have you learned? And there's more down the road. Look at all this fiery energy and look at all the golden in these cards right here. This is telling you, really give it some thought. Look at the situation at hand, what you really want to be doing, who you really want to be with, where you really want to be living. Look at it from all different angles. You're going to be successful. There's some kind of idea, and it's in regards to money. So giving it some thought gets the ball rolling. So this is when it's all said and done and the sun's coming up, you're going to be the victor. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. That's what this 5 energy is all about. But if you see, everybody's laying down their swords and going home. So there's lessons that you've learned. Definitely something where you're on the fence, looking at it from every angle possible. You're going to come up with a great idea. You're going to be very successful gathering up your resources. You could be making a lot more money. This is just taking the action to see it through. All right, Libra, that's the messages for the week. Thank you so much for joining me. Sending you love and abundance.